Good morning, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. I miss seeing all of you at Hess and in the library. I hope you are being kind to everyone. This week, we're going to be learning about kindness. I am trying to find some fun and exciting books to share with you each week. If you have a favorite, would you like me to read? Let me know. Do you remember me talking about the Forest of Reading program? I said we would read 10 special books together that had been chosen to compete for a special award all across Canada. I said that all 10 books are written by Canadian authors. I said that you would pick your favorite and we could see which book is the favorite in each class and at Hess. So today, we are going to start our adventure to read all of the 10 books in the Blue Spruce category of the Forest of Reading 2019. Remember, you are going to pick your favorite when we have finished all of the 10 books. Here are the covers of all of the 10 books. Don't they look interesting? Isn't this going to be a great adventure? I am really looking forward to sharing all of these great Canadian books with all of you. Do you think your favorite book will be the same as mine? Do you think your favorite book will be the same as your friends? Do you think your favorite book will be your class's favorite book or the favorite book at Hess? Let's see. Here we go. Our first book is Emma's Gems, written by Anne Renaud, illustrated by Leanne Franson. Anne Renaud is a Canadian author from Quebec. She writes books in both English and French. She writes both picture books and chapter books. Anne has written about 23 children's books. The illustrator is the person who draws the pictures. Leanne Franson is the illustrator for Emma's Gems. She began drawing at age 4 and has always loved books. Leanne is from Saskatchewan. She loves making pictures for books. Emma's Gems. Emma loves her grandfather, and the moments she shares with him are always filled with beautiful discoveries. That's because Grandpa Phil is so wise. He even knows how to change ordinary stones into precious gems. By using these stones to carry out 3 acts of kindness every day, Grandpa Phil demonstrates to his granddaughter the importance of helping people, animals, and the environment. While you are enjoying the book, I would like you to think about, how do you show kindness each day? How do you help people? How do you help animals? And how do you help the environment? We are very lucky because author Anne Renaud is going to read her story to us. She is going to read Emma's Gems to us on YouTube.
Hi, my name is Anne Renaud and I write children's books. And the reason why you're just hearing my voice and seeing a photo of me is because, well, I'm a bit technologically challenged and today I'm having a very bad hair day, so I think a photo of me is best. My book, Emma's Gems, was nominated for a Blue Spruce Award and I am thrilled about that. So get comfortable and I will read you the story of Emma's Gems, written by me and illustrated by the very talented Leanne Franson. Grandpa Phil does not have to speak or sneeze or laugh for Emma to know he is near. It is the familiar jingle jangle of the coins in his pockets that always sounds his presence. Emma wants to be just like Grandpa Phil, so she carries coins in her pockets and makes them chime by hopping around like a kangaroo. Emma is always in a good mood when her grandfather comes to visit, but not today. Today, Emma is a grump. Mother made her share her puzzles with her brother Zachary, and Emma does not like sharing anything with anyone. Your mom tells me you're in a grisly mood, says Grandpa Phil. Why don't we take a walk around the neighborhood? It might make you feel better. So Emma and her grandfather set out together. When Emma and Grandpa Phil reach the grocery store, they notice a man in tattered clothing and worn-out shoes sitting on the ground. As they near him, Grandpa Phil slips his hand into his pocket. Then he bends down in front of the sad-looking man and places coins in his palm. I think you may have dropped these, Grandpa Phil says softly. Next, Emma watches her grandfather take a small stone from his right pocket and drop it into his left. Then the two continue on their way. When Emma and Grandpa Phil reach the park, they sit on a bench and giggle at the squirrels scampering in the trees. Just as they are about to move on, Grandpa Phil kneels down and gently turns over a beetle that is on its back, struggling to right itself. There you go, little fellow, he says as he sets the beetle back on its feet. Next, Emma watches her grandfather take another small stone from his right pocket and drop it into his left. Then the two continue on their way. When Emma and Grandpa Phil reach the playground, they play hide and seek in the maze of tunnels. Then they leave their hand and footprints in the giant sandbox. Just as they are about to move on, Grandpa Phil picks up the empty bottles and cans that litter the ground and deposits them into the recycling bin. Next, Emma watches her grandfather take a third small stone from his right pocket and drop it into his left. Why do you carry stones in your pockets? Emma asks finally, crinkling her eyebrows. Oh, but these are no ordinary stones. These are my generosity gems, says Grandpa Phil as he slips his hand into his pocket and pulls out all 3 stones. My gems remind me that every day brings new opportunities to do things for others. The gray one reminds me to share with a person. The brown one reminds me to help an animal. And the white one reminds me to take care of the environment. Every day, I do my best to make them travel from my right pocket into my left with 3 acts of kindness. When they return home, Emma goes to her bedroom to get her treasure box where she keeps her bead collection. After choosing a purple, a pink, and a green bead, she drops them into the right pocket of her overalls. First, Emma walks around her house and turns off all the lights that do not need to be on. Plop goes the pink bead into her left pocket. Next, Emma cleans Jellybean's litter box without even being asked. Plop goes the purple bead into her left pocket. Finally, Emma places her favorite teddy bear on her brother's pillow. Plop goes the green bead into her left pocket. That night, before bed, Emma drops a few more coins into her pockets so she can make them chime by hopping around like a kangaroo. Then she slips her 3 generosity gems back into her right pocket. Now she is ready for tomorrow, just like Grandpa Phil. The end. And that was the story of Emma's Gems, written by me, Anne Reno, and illustrated by the very talented Leanne Franson. The publisher is Peanut Butter Press. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will be listening to the story a few more times. And I am going to get back to my computer now and write you another story, sending you a big fat virtual hug and wishing you a very safe and healthy summer. Bye for now.
That was a great story. I hope you enjoyed Emma's Gems. Let's talk about what we learned. Emma is usually in a good mood when Grandpa Phil visits, but she isn't today. Why is Emma in a bad mood? Have you ever been in a bad mood? Think about what you can do to help yourself get out of your bad mood. When I'm in a bad mood, I try to take deep breaths. I talk to someone. I sit by myself for a bit. And I do something I really like to do. As Emma and her Grandpa Phil walk around the neighborhood, she notices her grandpa moving his stones from his right pocket into his left. Why does he move the stones into a different pocket? Grandpa Phil describes his stones as generosity gems. What does the word generous mean? To me, generous means kind, giving, big hearted. Think about a time when you were generous. After Emma returns home, she starts to make her own generosity gems. Describe the 3 acts of kindness she completes at home. How did Emma help a person? How did Emma help an animal? How did Emma help the environment? Okay, now our follow up activity. When you go outside for a walk this week, can you look for 3 stones that would be perfect to decorate? Then, at home, decorate your stones. You can use markers, crayons, paint, and then keep those stones close to you to remind you to do 3 acts of kindness each day. Can you help a person? Can you help an animal? Can you do something to help the environment? All right, here's your challenge. This week, I want to challenge you to be generous and kind. I want you to try to, every day, help a person, help an animal, help the environment. Have someone take a picture of you being generous, kind, and then post it to your class. Share your kindness with others. Well, everyone, that's our work for the week in the library. I have loved being with you, and I hope you enjoyed our story, Emma's Gems, and our follow up activities. Have a great week, stay safe, and be kind, and enjoy reading lots of books.